Audio on, camera on. So, hola, your favorite Satya is here. I mean, what a cringe opening it was. But how are you guys? I hope you all are good. Are you? Yeah, you're good, right? If you think that I haven't showered today, no, I did shower, but I just have a problem with my hair. It's always look like a mess, and yeah, my appearance always look like this. I'm so sorry, I cannot change this. Alright, anyway, in this video I will tell you things that you need to prepare before you apply for scholarship. So a scholarship is a very good way to finance your study and enables you to fully concentrate on getting your degree instead of worrying about money issues. It's not cool to worry about money issues. First thing first, like once you know that you want to continue your study and get a scholarship, the first thing that you need to do is seeking for information, like which country you want to study in and which university you want to apply. So most of the scholarship has early deadline. So as soon as you know what and where you are going to study, you should start with the preparation straight away. So before you start preparing your application, make sure that you have chosen the right scholarship. Do you match all the eligibility? Yeah, do you match the eligibility requirements? Do you match the profile? You have to check carefully all the scholarship information. It is always provided on the website of the scholarship provider. You have to make sure you read all of them, you understand all of them. And if you have more than one scholarship that you want to apply, I suggest you make a timetable for the deadlines, you know, like this scholarship deadline, the date, the scholarship deadline date, scholarship, blah blah blah, like that. Since it makes you know which one you should prioritize first, because you know the time is limited and you have to manage it very well. Alright, so if you have made sure that you pick the right scholarship, it is time to prepare your application. And most of the time you will need to prepare the following documents. They are: first, previous education diploma; number 2, academic transcript; 3, letters of recommendation. Most of the time you will need 2 letters. 4, language certificates like TOEFL, IELTS, TOEIC, yeah, something like that. And number 5, motivation letter. 6, CV, resume, yeah, it's all the same. And 7, you sometimes need to provide the examples of your past work, like essay, article. And then number 8, passport. Well, some scholarships want and some others don't, but if you have it already, if you got one already, the more scholarship that you can apply to. So there is no excuse that you don't have passport yet, so you can make one to make you have a bigger chance to passing through the selection process. And the last one is pass photo. Everyone has pass photo, unless you live in cave, but no one live in cave, right? But one thing I want to tell you, you have to also be ready that you might ask to submit a study plan or a research plan, as well as your ID card or your birth certificate. It really depends on the scholarship provider. So make sure that you read all of them and understand what they ask for. And make sure those documents are in English or translated into English before you submit them, because No, nothing. My brain just starts saying because I don't even know what I want to say next. And now let's break down all of those points that I have mentioned. First, a certificate of your previous education. Depending on your university, it may take some time until you receive your transcript of record, your diploma, and etc. Try to get them and some certified copies as soon as possible. So you might need to ask your university. And if you're not graduated yet and you're in your final year, good news for you. You are able to apply to some scholarship. So you can submit a pre-graduation letter from your campus. Some scholarships admit a pre-graduation letter for the final year students, so you don't have to wait until you graduate to apply for a scholarship, but make sure you prepare it well as your final project. We always have a final project in our final year, right? So you should manage your time for both quite well if you want to apply in the final year. Next one, we move on into letter of recommendation. So letter of recommendation are important part of every scholarship education. Since your professors and employers might be busy, try to get in touch with them as soon as possible. However, carefully read the requirements and the scholarship you would like to apply. Some of them have very specific rules about the letters of recommendation, and do not accept the general ones. You might have a question like, who can I ask to write the letter for me? So the best place to go for the letter of recommendation is the teacher that have taught you for a while, or your personal tutor. They will probably know you best and can give you a strong letter of recommendation. Some scholarship might allow you to have non-academic references as well, like from an employer or community leader and etc. And sometimes their position and academic title affect the scoring system, so make sure you ask the right person who has a decent background to write your recommendation letter if you have found one. So ask your potential source if they will be able to write a recommendation for you, and make sure you provide your referee with following. First, the scholarship application information, like you need to explain to them what kind of scholarship it is and which country provides this scholarship and so on and so and so. And then the most recent version of the samples required for the application. So you might need to guide them to fill the form or the letter, and then remind them when the deadline is approaching. Do not assume the letter will be sent by them once they have agreed to write it, because it is so silly if you do that. They have their own business to take care of, so make sure that you give them enough time, like a month, 3 weeks maximum, because they need time to write the letter. So make sure you read and understand what their scholarship providers want, and don't be careless because it might affect your score by the end of the day. The next one is language certificates. So you are actually required to obtain a certificate showing your language skill. For English, TOEFL and IELTS are most widely accepted by scholarships and universities worldwide. Make sure your language score meets the minimum standard that they ask for, and be aware that it takes some time to prepare, to take the test, and to receive the result. Basically, time management is the key to applying for scholarship. Remember that. Keep it in mind. Yeah. And next, motivation letter. A motivation letter is a crucial part of your application. It gives you a chance to really let your personality shine through your application, and it should include the reason why you think you should receive the scholarship, why you want to study at the particular university and course, what's the benefit that you will get if you receive the scholarship for your future, as well as any other details like your achievements, experience, abilities, and your background, and yeah, something like that. Different scholarship providers may require different information in your motivation letter. They usually list of the details that what they need on their application pages, so you have to explain about the topic, the relevant topic. And one tip for writing a motivation letter: you should be honest and be critical. Well, actually there are tons of examples of how to write a strong motivation letter on the internet. You can try to check them for your inspiration. It's everywhere, it's free. You just have to try to be creative to write it by yourself. Well, I can make a separate video for this topic if you need one, and I will show you mine too, like all of the motivation letters that I've written later, okay, later, inshallah. And you can hurry on this. Start in plenty of time. This will give you the opportunity to make your letter stand out, and you will not have to rush with the deadline. Don't be like me. I'm a deadliner. It's not good at all for scholarship applications. You have to make sure that you write on clear mind, not in hurry, so you can write. I just forget the word, holy crap, perfectly. You also want to make sure the application forms are filled in neatly and that nothing is missing. So you have to always check, what is there anything that you left behind that you forgot to write or you forgot to prepare. Make sure you're not missing any single documents, because it can affect your scoring system. And after all of this stuff are complete, send it, and finger crossed, just send it and wait for the response. And I think that's it for this video. I hope you can get your own scholarship soon. I'm in for that, and thank you guys for watching till now. If you find this video helpful, smash the like button, and if you want to tell your friends about this topic, you can share this video with them, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.